Hello friends, Patrick here, and today on Tech Talk, we're gonna go through the statistics of, how well NBN has done for the country of Australia. I bet you're watching this video in 4K at very, very high speeds. It's not buffering at all, right? So in any case, I want to do these videos at least once a month. I want to talk about the NBN specifically, where they're at. So I've got some stats for you guys. I've searched around to try and validate how honest these things are. But you know what? Take it with a grain of salt. I don't think the numbers are correct. So let's get into it. Let's see how the NBN has done in the year of 2018, obviously looking back. So what we're going to do is compare November 2018 to November 2017, and we should get a pretty good look at what they've been up to and how they've achieved things. So first of all, ready to connect. It's a very simple premise. How many actual homes are ready to connect to the NBN? Will it be fiber to the curb? Hopefully. Fiber to the premises, you're lucky, or fiber to the node, well, you get what you can. These are ready to connect homes, and it includes wireless. So 67% of premises are able to connect. That's a pass. If you went to university and did 67%, you'll get a C. You'd pass. You'd do pretty well. Does that mean a lot of the country is missing out on NBN? Yes, but is it a bad thing? Oh, I don't know. Now jumping back to November 2017, that's 56%, and that's leaving us with a pretty weird gap. It's about a 10% increase, so if the numbers are right, there's 4.5 million homes connected right now. That includes businesses. Comparably, in 2017, November, it was a lot less at 3.5. So it's a lot of people. I mean, let's just kind of think about the millions of people. Imagine that being a city, a major city, but there is still room for improvement. I mean, after all, there's about 25 million people in Australia, and if only 4.5 million homes are connected, do the numbers add up? If 2 people to 8, 3 people in each home, I don't think everybody is connected just yet. Alright, this is my favorite stat, and one of the things that makes it funny is because, well, it's internet. So a lot of complaints have flooded the ACCC about the NBN, so this is a great stat that I absolutely love. So homes that were installed correctly the first time in November 2018 is 94%. Compare that to 88% in November 2017. So yeah, think about that. So if it gets installed in your home, you've got an 80 to 90% chance it's gonna work right the first time, and somebody might come back and have to fix it. Well, if it was gas and somebody had to come back and fix your gas because there was a leak, you'd be pretty pissed off. So it's you can assume that people who get connected to the NBN and it doesn't work out very well, they're gonna be pretty upset about it. Alright, I'll give the props to NBN in this case. Between 90 to 96%, so 90 in 2017 November and 2018 November, 92% and 96, vice versa, mix and match, go in between here, were installed in a time frame that was agreed upon. The question is this time frame agreed in a sense that I'm calling here you from NBN, telling you that you will be installed in 4 months. Do you agree? Don't say anything. Yeah, maybe. But let's hope that the actual agreement that these guys have made with NBN Co. actually, well, it'd be potentially the ISP, but in any case, the installation wasn't an agreed and pretty reasonable time. For me, installation of a network connection to your home on pre-existing cables should be less than a week. If there are no cables at all, they have to be reconnected at the node. It should be 2 to 3 weeks. And anything above that, if there's no cables at all, that's all up in the air. And unfortunately, I wouldn't even give my opinion on timeframes for that, because let's look at the country so far. Alright guys, this is an interesting stat. So let's talk about congestion, mainly at the times that it's obviously peaking, right? So if you look at the day, it's got 24 hours, or let's say it's 12 because it's the daytime. We're gonna ignore night because that's got the lowest congestion on the network. because it's nighttime in Australia. So 12 hours of the day, there will be times where it gets extremely congested. And most of the time, it's between 5 and 6 in each state. And obviously, if there's a mixture of times where it kind of peaks a little bit, where the times tail off and start off on Perth example and Sydney on the other side, you get a lot of congestion on the network. So this is a stat of how it was in November 2017. 3 hours and 51 minutes were absolutely congested, which meant that you lost a lot of speed and your network became unreliable. I'm not going to go into details of how unreliable. Every person's experience will vary, but now it is down to 29%. Well done. Well done, NBN Co. Well done. That is a pretty good jump in 1 year. From November 2017 to November 2018, you managed to cut it down to 29 minutes. Now, I've been working in the garden all day long, digging and trenching. I've got random paint on me from stuff to seal pipes. And this statistic really speaks to me. It really speaks to me because I've had to fix so many faults in the sprinklers I was putting in today in the garden. And so the agreed time that people would come and actually fix your fault. You know that time when somebody calls and says, hey, I'm gonna be there between 9 and 10, but they kind of arrive 12, 1, 2, 3 maybe PM, and you wasted your whole day waiting for somebody to come and fix something? Well, let's look at 2017 November. It was 80% of the time that was agreed upon, they arrived to actually fix the fault. And now we have moved up to 90%. A 10% increase in 1 year's time is nothing to be scoffed at. In any case, the NBN is still far from being perfect, but we are definitely getting there. These statistics, and take them with a grain of salt, are showing improvement, and we can't really say that the networks are gonna get better quickly, but we can say that over time the whole system will get better and better. What I'm worried about, and what I've personally talked about in my past videos, is them using all technology now and then having to create work for themselves in the future. And this kind of makes these statistics very a little bit irrelevant, because if you have to redo all these lines where you put it into the node, or you did some sort of workaround curb, maybe you ended up having to come back to this home and redo it, it extends the time that you have to work on the home. It might make it cheaper in the short run, but you'll still have to pay for it in the long run. And who's going to be paying that? Us, the taxpayers. Guys, thank you very much for watching my little update about the NBN Co. Looking back at the statistics so far from November 2017 to November 2018. Thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you in another video. Like, subscribe. We're an Aussie Tech channel. Really love your feedback and love everybody who has been commenting and supporting us. Thank you very much to everyone, and we'll catch you in another one.